G'day, my name's Wilfred West from Locksport, Victoria, Australia, and today I'm going to be doing a slow smoke, about say 225-250 of this lamb roast. Now this has been sitting in a marinade which I'm going to inject the last little bit of juices back into it. The marinade is made up of apple liquid smoke, soy sauce, balsamic vinegar, and one whole lemon juice. It's been sitting in the fridge since about 11 o'clock last night. Then I'm going to be rubbing it with mustard and also using this chicken rub here. Just letting it sit up to room temperature at the moment. I've got the fruit wood sitting into the smoker at the moment in the hopper. Now the only problem, as I said before, found with this is temperatures and stuff like that. I'll just keep focused on this, I'll tell you what I'm talking about. On here, it's got a leg of lamb, but this one's a shoulder. It's got the 225, 250, but it goes 4 to 8 hours, and it's 140 to 150 inside. The only problem is that's 7 to 9 pounds. This is about 3 pounds because it's 1.1 kilos. So what I'm going to do is put it on 250, and about say probably 2 hours time I'm going to put the temperature probe in and see what the temperature and what it looks like, and then I'll make my judgment from there. So that will probably, I'll probably put this on about 10 o'clock this morning, and that will probably be about where I want to do it. But if first, I can always lower the temperature right down. If it's looking good, I can lower it right down and I can smoke it for that long time. I want to get it to try to smoke it for up to 8 hours. So the closest time will be ready to be 6 o'clock tonight. But anywhere between 5 and 6 I'll be happy with. Thank you. Yeah, I do hope you like this video, and if so, please subscribe. Okay, welcome back. Now we've just got the turn the smoker on, so I'll open this up here and we'll start her up. So the first thing you've got to do with this smoker is you just push this button here. Now you wait for this countdown. This should take about 2.5 minutes. Now I can hook up my camera to the Wi-Fi, but for some strange reason I cannot get the app to work. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to crank this up to 2. When this starts, crank it up to 250, put it in there for 3 hours, and then I'll put the temperature probe in. So for some strange reason it says I've got the app on my phone, but it doesn't seem to have the app on my phone. Go away, Mozzie. Well, there's one good thing about having a smoker, it blocks the mozzies. Now it's got a little bit of the old wood still into there from the original one, the gold blend. I'm also using the rest of the hopper's full with the apple wood. Now, there's one thing I would have loved to have seen probably on here. Would be either a perspex top or a window in here, or even just a little gauge. You can see how much your thing is worth. Now that's clicked to 1. Now that's what I would have liked to see on here, because you can't tell how full the hopper is, and you're not supposed to open the lid when the grill's on, so you can't tell if it's almost empty or anything like that. You can roughly tell. Like I had what, 9 hours the other time. And the other thing is, before, I'd like to lock those legs into place permanently, so I don't have to when I lift it, the legs will stay there unless I unscrew them or something like that. That would have been another benefit. But the only problem I'm having now is the app, which is annoying. So all we do is we wait till that gets to 3, and then shows the first temperature. Then we can adjust the temperature, and then when we wait till it builds up to that temperature, and then we'll put the lamb in. The lamb can rest for a little while to get to room temperature. That's the main thing. I've squirted it with the rest of the marinade I used, this is the first time using an apple marinade with the lamb itself. I like using the apple and applewood together. I want to try the two together so I can see the difference between. I can see if it actually works, enhances it, or makes it worse. Okay, now we can start adjusting the temperature. It goes up in 5, so we want it for 250. Okay, now that's set on 250. Okay, welcome back. Now, this is almost ready to go into there. It's about 245, so when it hits a 250, we're going to pour that into there. All these little, that's the juices that I've basically had in there before and marinated. That's the leftover juices. What I'm going to do with those, so I'm going to pour that back into that container, and then when 3 hours time comes, I'm going to basically, I'll put that back in the fridge. When 3 hours time comes, when I put the the temperature gauge into the meat, I'm going to also quickly baste it as well. See, and just basically baste it, keep the moisture into there as well. So that's at 350 now. Sorry, not 350, 250, obviously. And I'll put that into the smoker now. I'll quickly show you what it looks like. It could take a little time to put it in, so I'll open it up. There's a little bit of smoke there, but not much. Well, I'll put that in. Okay, so we've still got a little bit of the marinade left. We're going to use that as it's pouring about 3 hours time. So I'll close this lid down, and that's what she's going to look like on there. Hopefully it's not going to drip too much down there. We'll see how she goes. Okay. Welcome back. Now it's about 1 o'clock, so it's almost been 3 hours. 10 past 1 would be 3 hours. So what we're going to do here is we're going to put the temperature gauge in and also baste it with the rest of the marinade. Just baste it over. There's not much there left, but I hate to throw stuff like this away. It's a nice flavour. Angle. Okay, crank up, that's it. Oh wow, that's got some colour on it. That's got some crust on it. Oh, perfect. I don't think we're going to need much more than that. Oh wow, that just looks absolutely awesome. I'll put more of this on there. use up this last little bit of marinade. Yeah, the marinade's going into the bucket. At least I know that works. Now we'll check the internal temperature now. We'll check the internal temperature now and see what the food temperature is. Now that's sitting at 146. I'm thinking of now dropping this down to 225. Because this is almost ready as far as I'm concerned, the internal temperature, but I still want to cook it for another couple of hours. Now basically I'm going to let that cool down till 225, and I'm going to leave the temperature on there because that'll still go up. I think about, say, 150 to 160 is probably the best. I really want to take it out. At 150, 160, then I want to wrap it for about an hour and let that go. Okay. Pretty much all that marinade went back into the bucket here. I'll let that continue dripping out and yeah, just give it clean up and stuff like that. So next thing I hope to do would be to silver wrap. Well, not silver wrap. Put silver foil around this and wrap it around a couple bits of silver foil. Well, we'll be back. Welcome back. Now the trick is to keep an eye on its temperature. It's sitting at 149 at the moment. I'm going to quickly check it again before I set any more temperatures. I put it back down to 225. I want it about 160. See, I'm going to check it with the little grill beast thermometer thing. Now the trick is to, I want it, once it gets to say 160, I may even turn it right down to say 200 or even lower. So I still want that smokiness to get into it. And then I'll probably wrap it, yeah, this is pretty accurate. Then I'll wrap it, then I'll wrap it in silver foil so I can give it all the moisture can stay inside. Now this is at the moment, current air temperature is 62.2 Fahrenheit. And that's about 17 Celsius. That's interesting. Let's quickly check this. But what I want to do is I want to keep this on 160, so it's medium rare. Wrap it in silver foil and maybe turn it down if I have to, or turn it down. Probably keep the temperature at 220, maybe lower 200, because I really want that smoke to get in there and slow cook this product. So I've still got, it's only what, 15 past 1, and I want to pull this out say 5 o'clock. Okay, so that would have been say 11. So that's about 6 hours. 10. Yeah, 6 to I want 8 hours, 7 hours roughly. But I want to basically pull out at 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock. I want to have this out of here, but also wrap. So probably about, I'm hoping the latest say 4 or 5 o'clock. Say 4 o'clock, I'll wrap it and leave it back in here and just check the internal temperature. Now you notice it's gone up there, so I might want to drop it down to probably 200 or even 150, depends on the depends on what else I need to do. So I'll quickly check the internal temperature. Oops, sorry, I'm not in the camera. I'm going to check it with this one as well. She's still a bit firm pushing her in. Now that's saying she's 141, 142. The colouring's nice. Yeah, okay, that's about 142. We won't worry about touching her anymore. As I said before, I want to keep an eye on this internal temperature. That registered as 142. So that's about 7 degrees difference. So I really want to try to keep an eye on that. If it gets to 160, I will have to turn it down further because I really want it to be almost like a pull apart type thing. So the longer I leave it in there, the more tender the meat's going to get. It's going to get more of that smoky flavour into it, and more all that's going to work together. That's the theory. I hope it works. Welcome back. Now it's 2:05 in the afternoon. We're going to keep this cooking for at least another 3 hours. In 2 hours time I'll probably wrap it, but every hour I'm going to constantly, half hour and every hour, check the temperature. Currently sitting on 151. So I'll quickly open this up, put this in here and do a quick zoom into there as well. I really want the temperature to be about 155 at the highest, because that's, to me, it's just under medium rare, or just under medium. They reckon medium is 160, 165 and above is well done. Medium rare is about 140 to 150. So it's sitting on medium rare at the moment. It's sitting on Fahrenheit. Now I'll quickly zoom in. No, I'm wasting a bit of heat here and smoke, but just want to quickly look at that temperature. That's sitting on 145, that's sitting on 150. So I'm happy with that. She looks beautiful. So I'll take that out. And close that up, so she'll stay perfect. That's okay, I don't mind the extra bit of smoke. I'll go quick with the temperature. Yeah, that dropped down to 123. See, my thing is I want to keep around about this temperature, about 155 the highest. And I want to keep it cooking it till I can get it nice and the smoke penetrates all the way through, or all the way into the meat as much as it can, and that the meat gets cooked all the way through and it comes really, really tender. G'day. Yeah, now it's 2:30 and the temperature's gone up to 153. So if I was taking it with the other temperature, say 5 degrees different, or 5 Fahrenheit different, would be probably about 150 Fahrenheit. So let's have a quick look. Now I'm going to reduce this down probably to about 200, maybe a bit less. I'll try and go for 150, I think, because 25 won't be that much dropping down. I'll drop it down to 150 and cook that for the next 2.5 hours. So, well, basically, if I say 4 o'clock to 4:30, I'll have a look at it and see what the internal temperature is, and we'll wrap it again. Like, I'll check it again at 3 o'clock, the temperature. So let's drop this down to about, say, 150. I'll drop it at 175 and see what that looks like within, say, half an hour. Okay, so about 10 past 3. Okay, it's 3 o'clock, or just about, and the temperature is about 154 to 155 Fahrenheit inside the meat. Smoke is still sitting on 175. Now, have a quick look. I don't like doing this, but we'll have a quick look at it. Zoom in. She's looking really nice there. Getting a lot of smoke in that. Now, I'm still going to let this. What's the food temperature? Didn't drop anything, so that's okay. I'm thinking probably dropping it down to, say, 150 maybe for the next till about 4 o'clock, or like then I'll wrap that and get some silver foil out and wrap it up, or I don't know yet. So I'm quite happy with that internal temperature there. I'm just trying to get just the smoking to smoke it to the right temperature to keep it there. That's the hardest thing. So what I'll do is I'll drop it down to 150. That's the lowest this thing really cooks at, because the meat's cooked. I just wanted to get that full time in there. So what I'll do is I'll drop the temperature down. I'll drop the temperature down to about 150 from 175, and I'll check it again in half an hour. Okay, now this is a little bit stumped. Like I had the food temperature about 150, 155. Currently she's dropped back down to 145. Must be the ambient temperature, that's the only thing I could think of. You can adjust the food temperature, I noticed. You can actually set the food temperature as well, which is good. I think it just sets an alarm off when it hits that temperature. But yeah, must be the ambient temperature also has helped to cool this down a bit more. So I've increased it went to 160 to 175, and when I came out, I was like just under half an hour ago. That was that's when I noticed the temperature down to 145. So what I want to do now is I want to put it onto 225 now, the external temperature, and I'm going to go get some silver foil, and then we'll wrap the meat up in about 5 minutes or so. Just let that build back up the temperature, and then I'll take it out and wrap the meat up and put it back in there for at least another hour. Yeah, and we'll see how we go from that. Hopefully ready by 5 o'clock, it should be all nice and ready. I might just let that build up to 225 and see what the internal temperature is going to be. Still sitting on 145. So kind of like, what I'll do is I'll get I'll get the foil ready, and I'll get the other thermometer, and we'll just quickly test it with that one as well. Okay, now the temperature is 225 Fahrenheit, but it's still saying the internal temperature is 145. I'm not quite sure if I've done something wrong there. Let's see if I just... No. I'll test it. with this one, and then it's about 4 o'clock now, and we'll go from there. Fahrenheit. I don't know if it's the ambient temperature or something else playing up with it. This is saying it's 139. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take this out, drop it onto here, and we'll go from there. That looks nice and yummy. Now we're going to wrap this up. Just take the gloves off to wrap this up, because I don't need these anymore. I need all on them. So what I'm going to do there, so I'll let this sit for another hour at 225, and hopefully it will increase the internal temperature of the food up. And we're going to let that now stay covered for an hour in there. So 5 o'clock, that should be ready. We'll take it out and we'll carve it all up. Or to carve it out, we'll just take it out and let it rest on a platter, still covered for another half hour or so, then we'll carve it all up. Okay, now I've taken her off the smoker. It's about 15 past 5. Now she's sitting at internal temperature, you can see here, 155, which is perfect for what I want. I've got about another 10 to 15 minutes for the spuds to get ready, and then we'll unwrap this and we'll have a look at the end product and quick carve it up and have a quick taste test, and we'll see how we go from there. Okay, welcome back. Now the spuds are ready. It's sitting at 156.4 Fahrenheit, so take that out for a while and give it a clean. And we'll take this out. Oh, still feels, wow, that feels really, really warm. Smells nice, looks nice. Oh, juices are still in there. Oh, look at the juices here. Just pouring out here. Oh, I'm hoping. What I'll do is I'll get this into a container.
They do have a high taste sensation, and for some people they can be what some people describe as addictive. It seems most of us are hooked. Results from the biggest natural.
So what I'll do is I'll pour this into this container here, and then we'll carve that up.
We tend to overestimate how well we eat, and we turn with a blind eye or we're ragged in the sand.
Now I've also still got the juices from the roast chicken. We've still got some of those juices, so I'm going to heat them up in the microwave and add them as part of the dish. Now the main test here is to carve it, and we'll have a look what the inside looks like. So we're not going to need. Oh wow, that was tight when that was on there. We'll probably just lift that off, can't we? Okay, let's try to get this off.
Bit of a different person, you're having that extra energy, but even just fitting into clothes.
Okay, we'll just take that off from the bin.
Jessica Bowditch, 10 Eyewitness News.
Well, now here's Mike with a look ahead to tonight's weather.
Yes, thank you, Candace. Good evening. I've also popped down a crown. It is, of course, the
Now.
pride of nights in the world of football. 70 degrees in Melbourne today. There have been a few showers.
We'll carve it here. Just want to see what it looks like. Normally people carve it straight. Actually, we'll carve it straight in the middle. So we definitely want to have a look. Just pick a spot and we'll carve it.
It's all about the brown loaf, and there it is for you, ladies and gentlemen. The inscription on the back.
This will tell us. Oh yeah, that's definitely cooked. You see that there? That's definitely cooked. I'm hoping the smoke has done its job. We'll try to carve a bit off if we can. Juice is popping out everywhere.
Thank you, Mike. Next, parents warned about the dangers of mixing children and backyard pools. Now, we'll cross back to the Brownlow red carpet or footies for another night.
These might to be sharpened up, I think. But we'll give it a test run. Let's carve a couple of pieces off and then we'll have a look at, have a quick taste test.
Coming up in Win News, calls for
Yeah, I probably should let it rest a bit more. You can start to see a bit of pink there. I'll taste this. That's very juicy. Now, a quick taste test. This is the liquid that was left there, so a quick taste test of that. It's not too bad, but you can see the oil in there quite a lot. But that's okay, because it's oil and fatty meat. But I think that you can smell the smoke on it. You can see it up. The fat is like jelly. I think that's perfect. I'll quickly show you the spuds, and then I'm going to carve that up and eat that. Now these are the spuds I was telling you about. These are nice and crunchy on the outside. Now I found the best way to do these spuds is to put them in the microwave, cook them until they get soft, cut them in half, from a bit of butter and oil, and put a bit of seasoning on it, and 25 minutes on either side and you get beautiful crunchy spuds. Okay, welcome back. This is the end result of everything on the plate. I've used the gravy from the chicken. I used to heat that up and poured it over to add a little bit more extra flavour into it. Probably doesn't need it, but anyway. I do hope you like this video, so please subscribe. My name is Wilfred West from Locksport, Victoria, Australia, signing off. Thank you again for watching my videos, and all comments are welcome. You all have a great day now.